I know you're probably thinking, what? Stop niching? I feel like everybody says to niche down.
The Sunny Show.
Well, I do believe in niching, and I think it's a great way to grow your channel, but it's not the only way. And sometimes we can niche down too far. So if you haven't watched this video yet, make sure you check it out because I explain how to grow on YouTube without a niche, or how to find your niche. And in this video, it's another Ask Sunny. So I got a really good question about niching down too far, and I want to show you what you can do to, instead of niche down, try something a little different. So let's dive into the question first.
Hi Sunny, I have a YouTube question. Is it possible to niche down too far? My YouTube channel is Aldi Mama, and right now I do product reviews from Aldi as well as shopping hacks and money saving tips for this particular grocery store. But is that too narrow of a niche? All of the how to start a successful channels that I've watched say make sure to pick a niche and niche down, but is it possible that I have gone too specific, and should I broaden my scope into general food reviews? I'm also gluten-free and the mom of a dairy-free toddler, so I do include some of this information in some of my videos. Thanks so much.
Really good question, and I got so nerdy excited about this because I know this is gonna help so many people. So that's such a good question, because is it possible to niche down too far? Yes and no. And I'm gonna explain what I mean in just a second, but if you're excited for me to dive into the answer of this and you need this answer, make sure that you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly how to submit your question to me so that you can be featured in the next Ask Sunny. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna dive into my computer. I'm gonna show you the remedy to the issue of niching down and niching down too far, and what you can do instead. So before I dive into the computer, I wanna kind of tell you exactly what I mean by this. So it's really good on YouTube to figure out a category that you want to be in, but picking one particular niche doesn't have to happen right off the bat. So if you look at my channel as an example, when I started on YouTube, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, and that's how I honestly came up with my Sunny System strategy and how we've helped out thousands of people blow up their channels on YouTube. Because I figured it out from day one, and I started really scratching away at what truly works. So when I was starting, I was talking about everything. I was talking about everything from like tech and gadgets and apps and all this stuff and social media and vlogging and blah, blah, blah. Too many things. So what I did though, and what was good about that, is we like to call it the testing phase. Your first 8 videos minimum should be considered an experiment and a test. And I heard someone else say this recently, and they said, just throw a dart out. Because a big problem that people have when it comes to using YouTube or any social platform is they get analysis paralysis. So you're sitting there trying to figure out what to post on YouTube, but you're not actually posting anything because you're so afraid of the reaction. Nothing's gonna break, no one's gonna die, just put your content up there, because the only way to grow your channel is to understand your metrics, and you can't get metrics without posting content. So watch this video on how to analyze your metrics next, because it'll be really helpful for you in growing your channel. But what I want to say about that is when I started posting my videos, I was talking about social media in general once I started to kind of narrow down the category I wanted to be in. And when I did that, what was great about it is I was putting up content and seeing which pieces of content were getting the most momentum. And every single time I talked about YouTube in particular, or YouTube marketing, I was getting such a great response. So that's where I started to niche down. But there are layers to this, and that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the YouTube funnel and how you can use it to your advantage instead of going so niche and trying to pick one tiny little micro thing to grow an audience in. You can use this funnel to your advantage. So this is the answer to, instead of niching down, do this. Let's dive in.
All right, I am on your channel and you are definitely owning the Aldi space. So I'm going to help you figure out how to diversify this. And if you're thinking about, where to take your content, are you too niche down? Where do you want to niche? This is really going to help. So first we're going to start with what I wanted to show you, which is called the YouTube funnel. So this is a really basic overview of the 3 levels of content on YouTube that bring in different kinds of audiences. So the YouTube funnel starts with your beginner and broad basic videos. These videos tend to bring in more views, lower quality leads or customers if you're a business, but more brand awareness. So this is kind of like the top of your funnel. It's going to be colder leads, but still people that would be interested in what you're ultimately talking about or ultimately selling if you're a business. Now your medium is medium level of knowledge and intent. So these people are kind of dipping their toe in. They already know that they need what you're offering, but they don't really know how you can help them. So you're going to educate them and nurture them to become loyal fans of your channel, loyal subscribers, and potentially loyal customers. So these are warmer leads. There's going to be less views and velocity on these kinds of videos initially and less reach, but you're going to get more evergreen views, meaning that's long-term traffic that's consistently going to generate views and subscribers for your channel. Now, the bottom of the funnel, these are what we call your hot leads or your most loyal, die-hard, perfect audience members for your channel, perfect subscribers and viewers. So these videos tend to get less views and velocity initially, but they again get high evergreen views because they're topics that would be only very specific to one kind of person searching for a very specific kind of thing, which for you would be Aldi. Aldi would be the bottom of your funnel. So what we're going to do is kind of come up with personas for each level of this, and that's going to help you create content for each level. And again, you can apply this to any channel, and this is what we apply to our clients as well and what we've applied to my own channel. So just to kind of give a review on my channel, content like passive income or becoming a millionaire, those topics are the top of the funnel. And those topics are the top of the funnel because people know that they want those things. They want passive income. They want to become a millionaire, but they don't know how. So there's this huge broad audience that wants that. I need to educate them on the how. So the medium of part of the funnel is building a personal brand because these people are interested and they kind of know I need a personal brand, but they don't know exactly how to create one. So then I tell them YouTube is a great way to do that. Bottom of the funnel is how to build your brand with YouTube or how to generate leads with YouTube for entrepreneurs. A very specific type of person is going to be searching for that, and that is my ideal client and customer, and that leads to the bottom of the funnel and very hot leads. So for your channel, you have Aldi covered. Like, you are talking about this and everything, and you're doing a really good job at it, and you have some really good clues here. But I wanted to show you, if we were going to go to the top of the funnel for you to bring in a broader audience and to bring in more subscribers. Quick interruption for an important announcement. If you want the proven system to fast track your growth on YouTube that has been used by thousands of creators around the world, like Sue, who grew from 0 to 1,600 subscribers in 3 months, or Karen, whose Spanish hairstyling channel had a 360% increase in watch time, or Heather, who hit 50,000 subscribers, register for the free masterclass and join the club at bossYouTubeStrategy.com. Back to the video. We would want to talk about something like money-saving life hacks. So I did the research and I was like, okay, what could we talk about that has demand but isn't directly related to Aldi? Because only people who know about Aldi would be searching for Aldi. And there's tons of people who could use your help who haven't ever searched for Aldi and don't even know what it is. So you need to bring them into your realm, into your channel, get them to subscribe, and then you can kind of talk about, oh, if you want to save money, you should try shopping at Aldi, and then go into that. So that's the bottom of the funnel. So your top of the funnel would be money saving life hacks. So this is perfect because the search volume is 390. The competition for this, which I talk about a lot, and this is our system that we use, the competition for this is way too high. So we don't want to do this topic particularly, but we're going to narrow it down. Right now, you're competing against 1 million other results and lots of massive channels. You can see 5-Minute Crafts, Household Hacker, etc. So, but that is also telling you that there's demand for these kinds of topics. So if I then take that and do money-saving life hacks for busy moms, that's talking to your ideal audience member, and it's going to create a really loyal fan base, but it is a broader topic than just Aldi. So we would call this let's call her Budget Betty. So Budget Betty would be at the top of your funnel, and she's just trying to figure out how to save some money. She's a busy mom, and she wants to just save some money but also feed her family well. So you would talk about all of these kinds of life hacks that you can implement, and one of those things would be grocery shopping on a budget. And that's how you're gonna get people to understand that that's part of what they need to do and get them more interested in your Aldi specific content. So the next level is your medium. So your medium level, and again, this is showing you that there is demand because these videos have hundreds of thousands of views on them. There is demand for these topics. So the next level is going to be your medium level. And this would be now moving into grocery shopping, because in the top of the funnel, we're not even talking about grocery shopping in the title, but we're telling people that that's one of the ways that they can save money inside of the video. The next step would be, let's talk specifically about grocery shopping. So healthy grocery shopping, huge topic, super popular, lots of demand, tons of views on these videos. So how do you break through in this topic? So I took this, which has a search volume of 260, but the competition for it and the search results you're competing against is in the millions. And it's way, 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 way too competitive for the size of your channel right now because you're still a new channel. So you're competing against 1.2 million results. So instead of that, let's go and take it, healthy grocery shopping tips to save money and eat well. That's exactly what your ideal audience wants, and that's exactly what you can teach because that's what you do and what you're doing with your own family. So healthy grocery shopping tips to save money and eat well. Now we're getting people to understand how important grocery shopping is when it comes to saving money, being healthy, etc. So this is really great because again, you're seeing 400,000 views, 30,000 views, 3,000 views, 900 views, 39,000 views. There is a demand for this. And you're not specifically talking about Aldi, but you're talking about grocery shopping as a general thing that you can be doing to save money and eat well. And then the next piece of this, in the bottom of your funnel, is going to be your advanced. This is going to be people who are diehards and can't wait to hear about Aldi. But again, this is a smaller group, and you can see it reflected in the numbers. For money-saving life hacks, 390 people searching per month, lots of competition, millions of competition. For grocery shopping, healthy grocery shopping, 260 per month. And for Aldi, 140 per month. So this is a really good bottom of the funnel topic because there's less people searching for it, but it's also directly related to your expertise and what your channel is about. So you can use a combination of all of those things to appeal to 3 levels of the audience to broaden your reach. And this again applies to every single channel. And the key thing to remember here is you want to start your channel and you want to start figuring out what direction in category you want to hit with YouTube by picking your overall outcome. If you are going to pick the ideal subscriber for your channel, what's the outcome that you want to provide them with? For my channel, I want to help people be their own boss. There's lots of ways that they can do that. And so I can hit on all of those topics and use all 3 levels of my funnel in order to do that. For you want to teach people how to grocery shop on a budget but still eat healthy and appease different kinds of diets. So for gluten-free and for dairy-free, which I know you spoke about, and that's part of your family, that's another great way to get another angle of how you can reach more people with your content and nurture them into the idea of strictly Aldi content as well. So I would make at least 1 to 2 videos a month on each of these topics, see how they do, and play around with all different levels of your content funnel to grow your channel faster. And keep in mind as well, you can go 6 degrees of separation. So that is using things like gluten-free recipes, dairy-free recipes, grocery shopping on a budget, grocery hauls, cooking utensils and cooking tools that you can use, life hacks, time-saving hacks, time blocking, all of the things that relate back to your ideal subscriber, which would be somebody who is maybe a busy mom who needs help in this area. What would she care about? She cares about a wide range of things, and the outcome of your channel is gonna allow you to talk about a wide range of things. So you don't have to be so niche down that you're only talking about that one thing all the time because it restricts your audience. And you have a lot of good things that you can share with people that if you just talk about Aldi, not everybody's going to be able to find you or see you. So I hope this was helpful for you. It's super fun for me to do these, and I hope you can apply this to your channel as well for you watching. You can take this and apply this exact same concept to your channel as well.
Let me know in the comments if that made sense to you, and if you want to submit your Ask Sunny question, take a look at this.
Want to be featured in the next Ask Sunny segment? There's a right and a wrong way to submit your question. The right way is to record a vertical video on your phone, save it to your camera roll, and then upload that video, less than 60 seconds, to your Instagram chat with me. Then tag me in your Instagram story and let me know you've submitted your question so that I see it in my DMs. The wrong way is to record your video inside of Instagram because unfortunately, I'm not able to save that kind of video. I can't wait to see your question and I hope that I'm able to feature you.
I seriously love creating these videos for you because it fulfills me, because I know that I'm helping you and I've been in your shoes. I know what it feels like to be starting your channel. Now, I do want to say, you can ask me anything. It doesn't have to be about YouTube. You could ask me about entrepreneurship, business, mindset, anything that you're curious about. If you could take me for a coffee, what would you ask me? Those are the questions I want to hear. So I'm hoping for the next one we can get away from YouTube and talk about maybe something else, but of course, send me your questions and let me know what your deepest question is for me, and hopefully I can answer it and help you out. Now, make sure that you check out these videos next because they are gonna help you grow even faster on YouTube, and there's so many resources on this channel. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe to the bell to be notified every single time I make a new video, and thank you as always for watching. See you in the next one.